So in this video, we will be going over how to make a better contract as compared to the bad contract that we had worked previously. So we can come to our contract here. I know we had talked about this before. Instead of user post count, and we just do post count. This is the amount of times the users posted. This is the amount of posts that have happened in a particular comment section. Right? So this can still remain the ID of the comments in the comment section, but this will have to be used for creating the seeds because that is what causes problems, right? When people are posting comments, right? And if it's based on the comment section, which everybody can affect, and its post count, then there becomes issues with who gets like which seed, and it has to finalize first before the next person can claim the seed. But if we use the chat account, the chat account should already exist, right? Call it a chat account. It'll be the chat account, and this will have to be the signer's address. So from this account, this variable, the person that's actually signing it, we would want to be pulling their chat account. We need to actually have them create their chat account, but that would be signer dot key with the parentheses dot as ref, and that'll be the person who is actually calling the function, signing the contract, paying for the transaction and stuff. It'll get, and they have to have a chat account. If they didn't have a chat account, then you get that error about accounts not able to be resolved. And we want it to be mutable, right? So maybe we can increase their post count. So we have the chat account down here, just have the post count. So we need to have something for actually creating the chat account, right? So this is create comment section. Before we even get to that, we should create chat account. Create chat account. Create chat account. And this, we don't need any variables because it'll just be the person who calls it, right? They call it, and we just look at their address, their signer, signer, signer. I guess we could just take this and just print it out. We don't need to grab the account. New chat account, register logs, and take this resigner.key. New chat account address. This is the public key address. And if we get the account from the signer, or you print out the key, we don't need this. Okay, we'll need to create this. Okay, here, copy this one. To initialize the user's chat account. There's no instruction variables we fed in. There's a chat account, size of chat account, just chat account, and the signer's key is part of the seed, right? We have the chat account, and we have the person that's signing for it, making up the seeds, and the seeds are always unique for that account. It also includes a program ID, but the program IDs are also unique, so you know which contract it belongs to, basically. But yeah, this keeps it unique for their chat account. And this should be it. This should be it. So initialize there, and here we're not initializing it. Yeah. So that should be it. So yeah. We could make it so, and it is this way, and the real the main contract where we make it so, like, even if we do nothing with the chat account, in the create comment section, we could still have it here, right? And not mutable since we're not using it. And this basically says that the person who is creating the comment section, the signer, they have to have a chat account. They should have made one, because if not, they would get an error and this account would not be able to be resolved. But it is that way. For a reason, kind of like an Easter egg, but not really. Probably less of an Easter egg later, but well, I think I'll explain it in like the last video that I do at the end of these videos before it goes online about what's like just going over the contract and stuff. But yeah, if you wanted to ensure that someone had an account, this is something that we could do, but I guess we just won't do that for now. But yeah, that is what you would do. Okay. Um, yeah, and if someone wants to post a comment or reply, they're gonna have to have a chat account now, right? And when it comes to like you post a comment, this is supposed to be the chat account post count now instead of the comment section. So now it is the user that is affecting the seed. So the only one that can get in the user's way is them. So they can't spam comments until their first comment finishes, but they don't get in another user's way. So this is what makes it a better contract. Um, this one, not that one, but this one. Okay, so chat accounts. So this one posts in the reply. This one requires a little thought, right? So we got the comment section name and the reply that's being created. This should be the chat account of the person that's posting. So yeah, might need to defeat something in or give some thought about that, but let's keep moving. This one definitely can't be it. This would definitely I mean it's definitely the signer, and that's what this chat account is. I guess we might want to just feed in the because I mean yeah, I think we're feeding in this anyway, right? The comment index. So do we still want to call it the comment index? And this will have to be on the comment. It'll have to exist on the comment if we're going to be grabbing it to make the reply. Because on the UI, if it's not on the comment for us to grab it to make the reply, we won't be able to. So what to call it? Not a comment index, but I think I called it like the user post index or something. User post count index or something, but because that's really what it is, which is yeah. Okay, let's just do something like that. User post count. It's a long ass name. So we'll have to feed this in, and perhaps the user's number for this should be bigger because this number is really for the comment section, right? And because these IDs that it feeds are based on each comment section. Each comment section has its own list of IDs, but the user might. I mean, whatever. This is a big ass number, but you understand what I'm saying. The user might want to fill up all the comment sections, so potentially that number should be bigger. Just something to think about. And if we recall, right, figuring out what that number is, that's just 2 to the 32. This is 32, and you do minus 1. It's like 4.3 billion. Definitely enough for an example, that's for sure. Yeah. So we have our, we didn't put it down there, I just have it up here. User post count index, and that needs to go into how we are grabbing the previous comment. But yeah, this is the person who is replying. So this has to be this user post count index, and we'll use that. Um, I guess whatever. So this variable is going to have to exist on the comment. We'll just throw it here, put a U32 on it, and we will set this. So right when we post a comment, we're gonna I also need to grab the chat account so that we can increase it. Posting the comment section, comment stuff down here. You see. Let's also grab the chat account. No, not like that. Everything's like, what is it? Did I even do that? Post comment. Yeah, I did. It's got the underscore. Yeah, chat account. And this will be the chat account. And the comment has something else we want to set. It's this. But from the chat account, it is called, I think it's still called the post count. But yeah, that can, I mean, it does start out at 0. Well, but yeah, I mean, it's going to put in a 0, but we're going to need to increment this value after we put it in. Yeah, it's going to be made with a 0, so we're going to want to grab a 0. So we're definitely going to want to increment it after the fact, that's for sure. Because the seed will use the original value that was in it before the function even runs. So it'll use a 0, and so we'll set it to a 1 for next time. Cat account dot post goes up by 1 in the comment section. That's so the ID gets set properly, and it's not used for the index anymore. We're using the chat account for that. So yeah, but before we set it inside the comment, we're gonna want this so that when we grab it on the front end, it'll be the correct number. Okay, so I think that's fine. We're gonna want to do something similar for posting the reply. Put it up there. S. Yeah, I think the chat account is higher, but I kind of like this cascading slope down that way. Okay, and we need a chat account for this. Okay, we also need to set this index for the parent ID, but it's for this reply. Okay, I think that should take care of it. Seems like, what is this? Parent, oh, no parent ID anywhere else. Okay, I think that it should basically be it as far as, actually, well, let's see, does this build, anchor, build. As far as the mechanisms for the back end, except their shit broken. 34. Argument never used. Create chat account. Well, that ain't right. Oh, this shouldn't even be here. We're not using a variable there. Was that it? And 90, line 90, not found. Okay. I see I'm trying to use that here, but I need it up higher because I'm already using it there. So we're just put it there. I guess we could go ahead and just redo our tests and just get the front end updated to handle this before we get in our edits and deletes and votes and all the other shit. So I guess so. Moving on to the test, then our tests will not run. Right? They do not work the same. We come in here. So I mean, first we gotta create a chat account before we can even do anything. It creates chat account, create chat account. There's no variable. I I mean, yeah, if it works and it's successful, we don't really need to assert anything. We would know that it existed. Don't need a semicolon. Um, I mean, you could assert that, yeah, something has a value of 0 in it. So I don't know. Let's just go ahead and get the PDA thing for it out of the way. Should be fairly simple. Get chat account PDA, and we need the user address. It's gonna be a public key. I think I have it. I would just anchor. It's a little weird, but when you do it from like Solana.web.js, it's just public key. But on a site anchor dot, oh, show me the stuff. Web3 dot public key. Okay, cool. And with a public key, whether it's this one or from the Solana web, like directly from this whatever, you just do the public key dat to buffer. And that is the seed for it. And this is a chat account. Chat account PDA, proper name. Okay, let's just put that in there. Chat account. H chat account. No, this is the PDA. PDA, chat account PDA. And this is the chat account. And we can just assert that the post count, because we still have a post count on it, right? Yeah, is 0. I mean, if we get something back and if this was successful, we would have expected that to be anyway. Okay, we need to get the wallet out. We could definitely look into that, but let's see. I think the program includes a wallet on it. Would have to see, but if we were going to try to figure it out, this is how we would go about it. Just comment that stuff out. Wonk, wonk. Our validator's not running. Anchored test. Oh, geez, is there so much on it? So, yeah, we just need. This is the program, like the actual program ID, like this one, but I don't think it's. Yeah, okay, now it is already there. This is the program ID that is. Um, thing provider. In the provider, I think there's a connection. I think the wallet is in there somewhere. Wallet, public key. Uh, okay, I think we can do that. Let's try that. So we want to feed in the program dot provider dot wallet dot public key. That should be the wallet that's being used uh to deploy the contracts and call these functions and stuff. So that should do it. So this should work, or at least this part of the test should work. Create chat account. Now, why account does not exist or has no data? Okay, let's console.log this. And I'm not even sure of the address because I think it's in some word format. Would have to feed in, but we should replace it actually later. Um, yeah, I imagine that must be it. They say we get the chat account PDA. on this line. It says 168. This is not pointing at our file, but yeah. Still creates the comment section just fine. Okay. Program address. And this says async. So this actually does say async. I could have sworn that, that there was. Is there one that doesn't say? This didn't say async. It says sync. Address sync. Well, it doesn't say it returns a promise, but yeah, I'm pretty sure that this is unless sync, they just mean synchronous instead of asynchronous. So yeah, it is a synchronous function, not an asynchronous one. Yeah, which is why I thought that we didn't have to await it, and I don't think we do. I think it's synchronous. But anyway, chat account. Oh, we did not change this chat account. Try that. This was not right. Still invalid account discriminator. Okay. That is, we're fetching a comment section here. So we need to be fetching a chat account. Okay, so now we created the chat account successfully and we were able to fetch it successfully. So that's good. So now we go down to actually posting a comment, trying to resolve comment. See, no. So when we post a comment, I think that should be fine, right? I guess let's see. Let's see if we can actually, because it's not telling us where we were exactly. Let's say here 1, here 0, this fetch. I mean, I think so. I think that this is for yeah, probably. I think so. It's probably not even getting past the post comment function. Okay, here, no. Here 1 and 2. So it got there. So it's posting just fine. So I guess it's probably when it's doing the reply, it's not working. Okay, though, I mean, it's definitely not right. And this PDA is not right. Shouldn't this be? I mean, I would think that this wouldn't work. Okay, but I guess let's just go ahead and think about it, right? If we want to get the comment PDA, we would have to get the chat account. We'd have to get the chat account, and in this case, we would just, I guess, take whatever the number is and just -1. I guess as you go up and up, because that is how you would get the comment. Okay, so let's actually get the chat account. So we post a comment, then we get the chat account, right? And so chat account dot post count -1 should really get us our count. But that's really the number. Oh, I see that we're getting the comment and then asserting that the message is right. That's for that ID. So I think we can still just take this as well. But I think when we come back around, wouldn't this not be correct? Because we're replying to ourselves. Yeah, I have a feeling that this may not loop properly. But let's I guess we'll keep going though and see what we can actually see. And this is the same thing. We know that we're not getting it from the comment section. And this is looking at post counts of the comments. Okay. I wish it would tell me which line specifically it was failing at. Getting the PDA shouldn't matter. Matter should just be here. Let me just see though. Just throw some down. Okay, so it is this, and it is having the issue. Let's go see what else we're doing. So, right, we post a comment. Let's look here. We post a comment, how we create it. Comment section name, chat account, otherwise, which should be like the index. Yeah, like it's set in the comment. Um, yeah, I guess if you grabbed the comment that was just posted too, and you did that, that would keep the reply correct, but maybe not necessarily the other one. Okay. This seems fine. Comment section name and the rows count and the chat account, and this one needs to be able to pull it back in with this user post count index that we're filling in, right, which would be a 0 for the first comment. That's why we'd have to do a -1 on it because we just posted a comment and it changed. But if we just grabbed it directly from the comment, it would be fine. But I guess let's see what we're getting. Like in our test, before we even do the reply, instead of doing the chat account, we could, from the comment, we could just put in um, the thing that's on it, which is this user post count index, because this is the thing on it that's used to reply. So that might be that's definitely more solid, I would say. So when it comes to doing the reply, let's just do the comment. And this number should be the exact number. Shouldn't have to do -1 or nothing on it. If we did it right. What about that without even looking at the what we were getting before? No, still didn't get there. So let's see what we're getting. This versus what we just had for this. They're both 0. So that seems correct as far as an index is concerned. So what the hell is its problem? Okay, something I think I didn't change, right? I had these here, but I don't think I changed them on the actual function, right? So that's probably part of the problem. It's comment index plus, and this ain't right. The parent ID should come from the comment. Because, yeah, this index is not the ID. It's the comment is the ID or has the ID on it. So let's just give it the comment dot ID. We are very specific about it. Don't even do any math. Less computations, cheaper contract. Yeah, so I think that should do it. So still fine, but yeah, taking it directly from the ID seems the safest. Uh, okay, is that it? If we do anchor tests, I think it should rebuild as well. 77 unused. It shows that. Oh, I'm not using it? Okay, well, so, right, so we're pulling up the comment, right? So we don't really need to feed this in, but the way that we pull up the comment is with this, right? And that's what we feed in inside of our derived accounts. And that gets fed in here. But I guess that makes sense, but we're not actually using it in the function. And I mean, I guess you could, right? I guess this is still no, this ain't the ID. This is the index. The index for the seed. These are two different things. These are two different things. So no, we do not want to use this here. Yeah, there's no place to use it. The parent ID is handled here, and its ID comes from the comment section, not from the user's posting. Okay, so I guess that makes sense. Oh, everything passed. Oh, and it loops too. Oh, is it perfect now? um, okay, comment. I mean, this would always be correct as long as it gets a comment and checks a message. All of the messages are the same. So that's maybe more of a fluke than anything. But just thinking about it, because yeah, they're also replying to themselves. This yeah is maybe not the best check. Okay, so I thought about this, did it one way, then ended up going back to doing it this way for some other reasons I thought about. But yeah, go ahead and get rid of these console.logs. I also realize I have this post count variable here, but it's so similar to that one, so it wasn't standing out. Let's call it the test post count. There we go. And this we increment like when we post a reply or post a comment, so it's pretty fine. So that stands out on its own. Yeah, and that's just for testing the comment section and making sure that its number is going up, and we test it when we post a reply as well. But when we test the reply and we get the reply, we can just use the comment and the data that's on it to make sure that we're replying to the right comment. Because we're grabbing the comment up here, and when we post it and we go to grab it, it'll always be the last one that was posted by the chat account. It'll always be the last one that was posted. But after that, we can just grab it from I mean, I guess that same rule should still apply, because if it's a reply, it's the last one. But there's just other stuff that we're going to add in. But I guess let's just verify that works since I'm talking about it, and see if it's not, and if not, why not? I could have sworn I just ran it exactly this way in there. I guess that does work, but yeah, I guess I was assuming that maybe it was just grabbing anything and working and just checking the reply. But I guess that does make sense. That the last thing that was posted, the last index of it should be what was there, and if it increased, right, because you posted something new, then what you're getting is the latest thing. So this is fine, but there's another way we could also, because we have our comment that we're grabbing up here, we could also do comment dot, because we have the data on the comment. The user post comment index. And this, we shouldn't have to -1. Right. Right, because this is on the comment. It's never going to change. We get this value before we even increment it. Before we even increment, where is this post in the comment? Uh, Here, no, this is the chat account. The chat account and the post count. Before we increment the chat account, post count, we set it, and then we do it. So yes, that's fine. But this wouldn't look this way. It looks this way. Okay. And because when we end up adding more stuff, like we post a comment, we can edit the comment, delete the comment, and reply to the comment. And we can just do it this way and just treating the comment that we grabbed up here all as one thing. But if we just kept it this way, this would still be fine, I guess, because when it increases, it does increase, and it's always the last comment. So down here, it was still fine, I guess, but I'm gonna go it this way. And when we add more tests in between, um, we can just use this on the comment. Okay, so I think that's it. So we could, go to the front end and just go ahead and get this working, but we haven't spent very much time uh, in the back end, and it might seem like it's 90% front end, and yes, it is, or at least it seems that way to me anyway. But yeah. So if we were gonna go and make another function, let's do one for editing rate. We just copy this one, call it edit. I really should just be like edit post instead of like at the moment anyway. I got comments and replies, and that's just confusing. But edit will also account for replies. But yeah, I guess I won't dwell on it right now. The comment section name. So we need to grab the comment. We need the comment section name the same way we grab a comment here. And I mean, yeah, the user post count index. I guess we could call it that. That's what we're calling it here. And I have an underscore here, not using it. And there's no message. Well, for editing it, we need a new edited message. So we do actually. This is what U32. And yeah, I don't think we'll actually use this anywhere. Um, okay. Let's grab this post comment. Go down here. You're gonna make a new derived account. Call it edit comment. We're missing this variable. Maybe I should have just copied the reply one. Need to grab the comment. We don't need to grab the comment section. And we're not initializing any account. So we don't need that. Um, I mean, yeah, we don't need to grab the chat account. There's nothing because we're not making a new post. Right now, that is the only data we have on it. Could potentially have more data, like the number of times they've edited a post, right? If you wanted that, then you'd include the account and you'd increment that data. But that's a bit much at the moment. So as the comment, we can grab a comment and use it to be mutable, so it can be editable. We have this, the comment section name, and this should be all we need to grab it. Okay, this isn't supposed to have an underscore. Okay, does the other one have an underscore? No, there isn't one. Edit comment. Okay, so we got the comment. Um, put out some messages. If we wanted to, like, I guess just to demonstrate that, we have to isolate message. If we wanted to print out the previous message, we would have to print it out before we deleted it. But that's just in the logging, which, really, doesn't really matter, right? It's just for debugging purposes. And if you wanted to keep these logs, you would have to store them somewhere because they only exist for the life of the transaction, like when you're in production, from what I understand. But yeah, just to point that out if we wanted the, yeah. Let's see. if you wanted to print it out beforehand, this is what we would do. Let's get rid of this. Just say user edited message. If we wanted the user's address to be printed out, and say user address. This is for a variable in the string. This is how you do string interpolation in Rust. But yeah, I'm sure that's become apparent by now. The syntax is just way different. So we have, I don't see our signer always right there. Signer, okay, and then do this and be like old message. Says old comment. I'll just say old message and that message. And then we want to update the message to the new message. And then we say new message. Oh, that is not the old message. So this is the old message stored in the comment. And then we want to override it with the new message. And then we could still just throw it back in there, because this is where the new message is. So either one of them would be fine after we set it. And then a new message. Okay, cool. Yeah, just a little tiny exercise there. Um, yeah. So we've got this stuff passed, and this is really the only thing that we need to do, honestly. We're not updating anything. I guess the message length has to reach a certain amount, but we also need a requirement for the person who's editing it, right? Because the person who's editing it, it has to be the person who owns the post, who's the post owner on the comment. You can't have somebody else editing the comment, right? If they didn't pay to post it and it's not theirs. So we're gonna add a new error group. Um, Actually, I'm gonna just copy those. I'm gonna just copy these. We've already been over this, so it's pretty fine. Stuff in there I don't need any of that right now. Um, we'll probably use those top two. Okay, so right, we need something. We need the authorization error for editing, so that we know so that we're requiring basically that the post owner be the only one who can edit it. I should have copied at least one of these things. So authorization error, this first part, and we'll put subtop. It's more important. And inside of there, not post owner. And we'll print out this error. This post isn't yours to change. Okay. Only post owner can make changes to post. Um, and we can do that. We'll have to pull up the comment and be like that. We'll have to do that, and there's actually a different one that's better than require. I think it's require like keys equal. Let me just try to get that real quick. Um, um, I think there's like one up at the top. Like okay, like this one, require keys equal, something like this. And they both work for comparing private keys or strings or anything, but if you use the one that's specifically for keys, the printout error is more helpful. It'll say like this was the key and this on the left side and this was the expected key or some shit. Something that's more helpful than the other one. It'll yeah, the other one will just print out the error message, but this one just prints out a little more, so it's just a little bit more helpful, basically. So we just want this instead, and not a less than equal comparison, but we're just comparing two values. The person that is signing compared to the post owner dot what was it, post owner address? Yeah, post owner address. And do I do dot key in that? In this case, um, I think I do. I think I still do dot key. Okay, not post owner. So now we have that authorization error stuff for the edit. And we can go ahead and do something pretty similar for the delete. Um, delete comment, be like delete comment. This should all be the same. Don't have to do any of this. User has deleted message, and we could still print out the message. Not increasing the post count. Is that we're increasing the post count in the edit message? That ain't right. Shouldn't be increasing the post count with the edit message. Not cool. Not cool. Yeah, that's the kind of thing you would maybe catch on the front end, which it's weird when you're after you edit something and then you're posting and then stuff's stuff's breaking. Okay, yeah, user has deleted the old message, and then we want to say that what is it is deleted, and we just want to set that to true. That's really all we want to do, and we just handle how we want to handle it on the front end. You can use whatever message we want, or we can just keep the message in it. So that's pretty simple. We don't need to check the message string. We do want to require, that the person, there's no message. Yeah, that the person who is calling this function is the person who owns the post so that they can actually mark it deleted. But that's pretty much it. We need these. I guess I have to put an underscore here or get that warning to say that we're not actually using it in the function. But we still need these as for the instructions. Um, Down here, edit comment. Now we got to delete the comment. Delete comment. That's the same. We got the comment. And yeah, there is something for actually like deleting an account, but we're not technically deleting it. Right. So we're not going to do that because we're going to keep that data. Oh gosh. Okay, anyway, this is fine. There's nothing I need to change here. We just need the information for it. It's mutable so that we can set is deleted to be mutable. I'm not sure if this stuff has to be mutable. But it might be mutable in all of them, but I mean yeah. But yeah, I'm not gonna worry about that right now. There's nothing in the functions that are doing anything in them. So but yeah, maybe a waste of resources potentially. But yeah, I'll check into that. Um, so we have that. We have our function. We already have the error message for it. We got these derived accounts. I think that is basically it. So we would build it, and then we would try to use. Yeah. I guess you shouldn't be able to delete a post that was already deleted, right? So if we want it to be, but this is like more like like editing. You shouldn't be able to edit or vote on a deleted post, or probably more for voting so that people can vote on a deleted post to be very specific about it. But if you want to be more specific about it, you can just, lock it out in the front end to say that you can't edit a post that was deleted. And you can also include that in the back end if you want, if you think it's actually important. But I mean, it's not that important. Um, if you're editing a deleted post, like on the front end, it will be whatever the delete message is. But I mean, yeah, the front end is what's rendering it. They would have to render it somewhere else for it to matter, if that makes sense, or some other website. But yeah, I guess that's not super important. But for voting, it would be important because we wouldn't want people to be doing shenanigans and calling the functions and stuff somewhere else, right? And voting on on comments that were deleted if we actually intend for them not to be voted on anymore because they were deleted or marked deleted. You stop the bleeding or whatever. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So we have that. Let's try. Well, let's see if do the test that should build to run our old test. That's 125. Guess we're not using that here either. So it built okay. It should run okay. So now we will want to update our tests to also post posts, edits, deletes, deletes, and replies to comment. I don't know. That makes enough sense. Yeah, doing a bunch of stuff with the comment. Okay, so now I guess don't need all of this, but we know we're gonna want to assert something. Okay, edit post. We want to call this. I think it's just called edit post, ain't it? No, it's called edit comment. Guys. Um, the final contract is more consistent. I was just caught in between two different examples and things, and it just got all done. But yeah, edit comment. Um, the same thing, same way we want to reply to a comment. This would be the same way we have a message. Let's put a const edited message equals edited message. Okay, that's another message, and we're gonna throw that in there to edit the message. This does not need to go up. Nothing changes in the comment sections. We do need to get the comment. This is fine using this. This is fine from the actual comment. So then we have the comment from that PDA, and we'll make this a var since we're grabbing it again after it's edited. And we want to assert that this equals the edited message. Okay, and that should be fine. And yeah, there's no rule saying you can't reply to a deleted message either. So we know this will be fine. And we want to delete posts. Don't need any of that. Comment that is deleted. It's true. It may, I don't know, maybe. I mean, yeah, it wouldn't be showing in the UI. It wouldn't be like once you delete a comment, you don't have the option to delete it again, but you could call it and it would set it to true again. You'd just be wasting your money. But yeah, yeah. Then we want to do delete comment. There is no edited message. And just assert that comment that is deleted is true. And we're gonna do that for 5 posts. Okay, go. What the heck was that? to be equal to that. So the assertion failed, and it's on the edited one. To the comment that we grabbed to this edited messages, and it was not. Okay, so let's see if we got our mutes and stuff right. Edit message, comment dot message equals the edit should be the edited message that we're feeding in. That seems fine. Comment has this and mute on it, and we have it mutable here. So yeah, that should work. Don't see nothing too wrong with that. But obviously there must be something wrong. Make sure we're grabbing the right comment, right? I mean, it's the create comment section. I wonder if this happens um, more than once, if it loops to the second post or not. Here, 0, just to see. If it posts here 0 twice, it means that it ran through it twice. Posted it once and it didn't come back, so it was just the one time. Yeah, no, seems like it should work. We'll have to figure out what's wrong. Okay, see what the issue is. So if you look at where, because this one, since this is an assertion failure, it actually shows it's what line it's on. It's actually down here when it's testing the reply. So we can't use this because this is actually, like if we're using this to fetch this, we're not fetching the reply, we're fetching the comment. Like these are like the edit and the deletes are actually working on the comment, but when we're doing the assertion, we actually want the reply. So it actually would be the latest comment. Like you said, I thought I had one of them else right here. Chatter count dot post count dot -1. Because yeah, it the high because it's indexed at 0, and if we do this, it gives us the latest post. Like put a comment. Latest post from user from yesterday or whatever. From user. Okay. Last is latest. Okay, so this should fix that. But there's something else that I realized that we didn't do. Um, and here, we need to set for the comment. If we edit the comment, we need to set is edited to true, right? Which is the comment is edited, and that's how we know the comment has ever been edited. Then we can put that on the comment, just kind of mark it, and let me use add the stuff for that. And this just, I mean, we could just do comment that is edited true, and we would set it to true every time the function ran, but this checks to see if it's false and then sets it. Um, I'm not sure which one is actually more expensive to do. You would think this would be, well, I don't know unless doing the actual assignment is more expensive, but yeah, and this is just definitely more clearer about what's actually intended though. So there's that. But yeah, and yeah, so that should be that. So now if we run it, and I have some assertions in there for printing out the comment after it's edited and before it's edited. We got all the way to the reply, the delete message. Must have just been fine. And there's still a failure. Okay, so we got this comment is edited is false, and this is the message. That is edited is true, and this is the message. And here, what line is this? This is still on 89, so still complaining, I think, at the reply. Why is this? Because if we just posted, right? We just posted, replied, and I made another comment in the same chat account. That's fine. Anyway, get that comment. It's based on the comment section name and how many posts the user has. Should be. I mean, what if the post count was 0 and they had, well, I don't know if you were checking it before they had any. You'd have other problems anyway. Yeah, the account wouldn't exist when you fetched it. Yeah, so yeah, we definitely know that it's changing, but it's failing in the reply. So we know that. And the deleted was fine. We checked is deleted. They got past that, so that's also fine. We just need to get our reply assertion and stuff working. Right, no more console.log. So after that, should be done with this. Okay, I think I see what the issue is. I'm either in this chat account dot post count, right, which would be the latest post from the user, but I'm not updating the data after the reply has happened. So that is most likely the issue. So I'm guessing I'm only looking for the chat account. I'm only done that once, and that was up when I did the comment. So we just need to fetch it again. Chat account PA is still up here. We can just do this. And it's a const, so I want to do a var on it. Okay, I think that is what was wrong. So now, nice. So now that works. Now we can edit and delete posts. Okay, this is gone a little bit over an hour. There's still a lot of other things to go over. So I will see you in the next video.